Hello, today is the day when Sikhs celebrate the birthday of their founder, Guru Nanak. He lived at the beginning of the 16th century, and the story goes that he was, as a young man, frequently to be found sitting beside the river meditating. He would meditate upon the pains and struggles of the world and draw them into himself until they built up inside him. One day he didn't return from his meditation by the river, and the next day he didn't return again. But on the third day he was discovered in a cemetery covered in ash. But this was not the same Nanak. This was a rebirthed Nanak, and it was from this moment that he began his travels, using music and his words to inspire people. The words that he came back to his people with after being found in the cemetery were, "There is no Muslim, there is no Hindu." What he had found and discovered in that period of meditation and rebirth had been the oneness of humanity. He believed that we're all one, that no one is a stranger, because there is part of us in every other person and part of every other person in us. I think this isn't a completely strange idea for us. I think many of us, hopefully all of us, have had at some point in our lives the experience of feeling that someone else is so close to us that they're almost part of us. We can think the way that we know how they're going to think, we know what they're going to say. We feel anything that happens to them as if it had happened to us. There's a real closeness and intimacy that we can experience with other individuals. And what I think Guru Nanak is saying is that we ought to have that sense of closeness and intimacy with every human being, whether they're of a different caste, as was the case in the Hinduism of his time, or a different religion. That's why he said there is no Hindu, no Muslim. But whatever differences another human being may have from us, they are still one with us. And I think if we could all develop that sense of oneness, that sense of being not just brothers and sisters, but closer than that, that oneness that we have as human beings, then I think we would be on our way to developing a more peaceful and harmonious society. But it isn't just for the good of society that we do this, because one of the things that he said about this oneness is that as we develop an awareness of our oneness with other people, we discover in them something about ourselves, that we grow to understand who we are if we fully embrace our oneness with other people. It's not an altogether altruistic activity. It's something which can also help us to grow and develop as individual human beings. And so today, as I join with Sikhs, the word means seeker, join with Sikhs in celebrating the birthday of their founder, I delight in his thought that we're all one, all closely bound together, and should behave according to that truth.